Good afternoon, collective, and welcome to my channel, Keeper of the Reaper. If you're new here, welcome in. Welcome to the weirdness. It is going to be exactly that. If I'm not for you, no hard feelings. It is what it is. If you do like what I have to offer, you like what I have to say, it's resonating with you well, it's serving you well, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me reach the people that need the messages that I have to offer, and so on and so forth. And for those of you who are returning, thank you so much for finding something in me to return to. I absolutely love you, and I'm glad we're finding each other. It's that time, you know? So without any further ado, let's get into it. As I'm doing this, I'm going to also be, pulling some cards and holding them up for you guys to see. After I say what I have to say, I will take a look at the cards and we'll see what we can pull together. But as I'm speaking and I'm holding the cards up, as they pertain to you and your subconscious, it's a good time to exercise that listening to the inner voice. And then when I get to it, we'll see kind of how it weaves together with the way that I'm picking up on it, okay? Because your intuition matters too. It's not just what I have to say. I'm just here to help kind of connect certain dots and kind of be a bridge, so to speak, and whatever. Anyway, I know when earlier I shared a thing on the community, whatever. I'm still getting used to the YouTube terminology and how that works. But it had some data from the Schumann resonance for today, or part of today, and I think yesterday. Anyway, the two graphs that were on that are showing the exact same. It's just two different ways of representing it, right? And the Schumann resonance is kind of like the heartbeat of the earth, the pulse of the earth. And it can give you a good indication as to what's going on. And it does, we are all tuned in to the electromagnetic frequency of the earth, okay? We are electromagnetic beings. We literally have our brain produces freaking electricity. You know what I'm saying? Anyways. I will leave the links in the description to the websites where you can find information and can access these graphs, because it does serve you well to start to notice the peripheral energy at play. Because one day you may have been doing work with yourself and stuff, and your energy just suddenly out of nowhere seems off, and it doesn't feel like it's coming from you. This will help you be able to discern appropriately how to navigate that energy, okay? Because when the Schumann resonance starts to kick up, it's an indication that there's something going on the energetic side. That whole energetic plane and all the stuff that I've been talking about with it, it's a good way to be able to visually see and start to bridge your being and getting familiar with that energetic language, right? So some symptoms that you might notice, things to look out for if you're experiencing it and it's not something like a pre-existing condition or whatever it is that you've allowed your being to subscribe to. Through whatever reason. I'm not here to judge anybody. It's not whatever. Anyway, I don't want to hyper-technicalize this. Some things to be on the lookout for. You start to notice like your ears are ringing more. You're getting headaches. You're very sensitive to the sun all of a sudden, or your skin is hypersensitive to temperature, or your fingers and toes might be a little tingly. Nose itching, throat irritation, voice is hoarse, head's itchy, little things like that. Or just feeling anxious or feeling hopeless, being out of nowhere fatigued. Like, all these things are indications that, hey, you might want to look at that so you know how to work with that energy, okay? Because if it's not coming from within you, then you need not exert so much of your energy you do have within you trying to cleanse that field. Some things we have to just let it work through us, especially as this realm detoxifies energetically from the influence that had currently been influencing so much. You know, we all have this energetic constant communication with literally everything. okay? The earth, the sun, the celestial bodies, all of it. Fauna, flora, so on and so forth, okay? And so you can understand how as our energy shifts, as the collective rises, this energy is going to start shifting. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. You can drink that. Go take it downstairs, though, okay?
I never had a first.
Anyways,
My spirit.
I'm going to be also, like I said, doing videos about these things and sharing some information, helping you find resources to navigate it yourself. But I wanted to mention this because it's something very important to me. It's been something I've been working on for a really long time. I'm writing a book. And in this book, it's going to have all kinds of information. It's even broader than just what we're talking about here. Talking about the Tartarian Empire and what it was and why so many things like were hidden about that, about the American continent and what it was before it was labeled as American, before the colonists came over and started fucking with everything. Who were the people that were here? Were they Native Americans, indigenous? What does that mean? It's gonna have so much, and it's gonna have all kinds of. I've got about 3 different codexes that I've worked on throughout my time here. That's also going to be going into the book, and it's going to have like symbols and their meanings, stuff about the Greek alphabet, and it's going to be weaving parallels between quantum physics, astronomy, astrophysics, chemistry, mathematics, all the things. It's going to be chocked full of it, and I've been busting my ass with it, but throughout my time up to this point, things have been hard, and the whole thing of the energetic exchange and the way that I am about energetic law and so on and so forth. If you guys feel led to help me continue this work and get it out even faster than I anticipated, if you feel led to donate and help me, it would be so appreciated. And I'm not the kind of person that I've been kind of scarred throughout my life asking for any kind of fucking help and whatever. And I have a recent kind of person that came into my life, and it's like a member of my soul tribe that I saw coming out of nowhere. Just there she was. And she has been so gracious in helping me be able to ask for help and know how to just be more vulnerable. We have Pathway, card number 35. And so I'm trying to put that more into practice, and if you guys feel led to help out, it would be so freaking appreciated. And it'd be really worth something. You would actually get a big something in return. And I'll figure out something. Those who've donated or whatever, I can put you in that book. I can put your name in it on a whole page. Thanks to, and y'all's name will be a part of it too. And we can share in the badassery of it coming forth, And you guys can have access to the information all in one little spot, and it'll be there for however long you have some use for it. You can pass it down, whatever. Knowledge is something that, not knowledge, wisdom is something that benefits everybody, I think. And I have been talking with this person that is a recent soul tribe person, and she helps me a lot with valuing my energy and what I have to offer, and we do that vice versa. It's a effortless give and take with this soul, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I love it. It is amazing. It is so fucking refreshing, because I don't know what it's like to have friends. Oh, thank you, honey. So, there's that. I'm gonna leave, like, for right now, the only thing I have is, like, Cash App. I'll leave that cash tag in wherever in the links thing, I think is where you put that. Like I said, I'm still trying to figure this stuff out. And I'll get more, like, structured with it and get some better ways of, like, because I know there's, like, other stuff like Patreon and things like that. Yeah, anyway. So there's that. It's not easy for me to mention stuff like that because I know that money is, like, a delicate thing right now. Like, a lot of people are struggling, and I totally respect that. But also, even if it's not, like, donating monetarily, like, if there's a certain deck that, you think that I would be able to use and be able to use for you guys, that you would want to see me use and help kind of interpret, feel free. Like, I'm wide open to the, send me good energy, think of me and think nicely, send me well wishes, things like that, because I do it for every single one of you, whether you're aware of it or not. And I just think that a healthy energetic exchange is a big part of where we're headed, and for people to understand and respect that and not badger each other for valuing their energy in a certain way. Like, it's healthy, guys. And that goes for me too, because for too long I was sitting there being like, well, I should do. I'm telling myself to stop. And then there's this. But yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more of these. We're gonna look and see what we got off the table. And I think I'm already hearing, like, stuff yelling at me. Oh, interesting. That was thoughts, by the way. I'm trying to remember to hold it. Thoughts. Hey guys, feel free in the comments and stuff if there's any certain, like, specific questions that you have or whatever, feel free to ask. I'm not mean. My biggest thing is just be respectful, Just be respectful. There's a way to be honest and direct without being shitty about it. And don't leave things in a shitty undertone, because I can pick up on that too. But, I will treat everybody with the utmost respect. Truly. Because that's the way I want to be treated. And, if we, like I was saying, we have to respect the energetic exchange aspect, right? So, let's see. We have pathway, house, lovers, imprisonment, mature man, judication, courthouse, thoughts, and false person. Ooh. That got me a little trembly for a second. Like, whoa. This is very, like, kind of... So you remember how we were talking about these divine counterparts, right? And how they hold a piece of us and we hold a piece of them. I like to think it's like the heart space. And so you're on the pathway to embodying and sharing a home with, like, a union, lovers, union, partnership, all that good stuff. There's a mature man aspect that has had a lot of people's heart space and head space locked down out of the tactics that were used. It's a masculine energy. And that's what mature man is here about, because it's like a father-esque figure, okay? And they're going through, I like to think of it energetically first. And so this energetic mature male here, this masculine, energy is undergoing judgment and is currently, like that spiritual cord is being held, and there's, ooh, my ear is ringing. There's a lot, and you see how on the thoughts card, it's thinking about this woman here. Okay, and so they're thinking about, because of the whole counterpart thing that I was talking about, right? But we're dealing with polarities, like masculine and feminine. So if this mature man, this masculine energy, had been doing this, then there is a polarity of feminine energy that has been directly impacted by this. And I was talking about that in my other reading, that whole spiritual mama, and how she's awake now, and she's back, she's here. And part of a lot of this healing the divine feminine has been in regard to that, because it's been like she's been with an abusive man, an abusive husband. Now let's apply this energetically first, and then how it resonates for you and your external. You go ahead and take that where you need to. I want to navigate this on an internal level because I do not want to mislead anybody in their external or suggest something and give them something to worry about that may not even be pertinent to their situation, okay? Ooh. Oh shit, with the false person, this masculine energy could have been parading itself around to be, because I'm also channeling that song Unholy by Sam Smith. Mommy don't know daddy's getting up. If you've seen the music video to that, at the end, the guy is sitting on a car, and the woman comes in, and she pulls her hair and shit up, and it turns out it's actually a fucking man. And this false person card here is presenting itself as feminine, but it's actually, holy schmeckles. Holy shitballs, Batman. Anyway. Alright. Wow. Holy crap. Do you know energetically what that could do? Like, I'm not against, you do you, as far as like same sex stuff, masculine on masculine, feminine on feminine, or whatever the fuck. I am not going to judge on that. Okay? I've had my hand in the proverbial honeypot too. Anyway, moving forward. That's not what I'm referring to in regard to this energy of saying, do you know what that could do? I'm thinking about the vessels and the inner beings that are being risen up who have been exposed to this. You know? Discovering that, you know, maybe a feminine archetype that was very significant in their direct upbringing. Remember, I'm talking about subconscious and conscious. Oh, man. Ooh. The judge is like seeing this mature man, or maybe it's presenting itself as a masculine and it's actually a feminine. And the court, they're all sitting there like, I'm kind of seeing this, although this is sitting in front of me, or invert it. We're going to figure this out. Let's pull a few more cards. This is getting interesting. Whoa. Wow. Okay, so since there's the Lover's card on the table and all that, I'm going to use the Island Time Wellness Oracle. And I'm going to be so happy when I'm able to get my teeth taken care of, my bottom teeth. It's not a vanity thing. It's, each of us have a right to be able to look at ourselves and recognize that reflection, right? And when you have an awareness of something that is just not properly representing you, not because of how it comes across to anybody else, but because you are taking recognition of it within yourself. That's how it is for me with this. Because, like, I smile so much, and I'm a goofball, and I love to be silly, and just, it a part of me, when it becomes aware of that, it tries to protect me from that, you know, and it kind of is like, whoa. Anyway, I don't know why I'm telling you that. Anyway, moving on. Alright, so, why is everything going after my Reaper? Sorry, Graham. I love you, boo. Alright, cassette. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So there might be, yeah, the outdated thinking, the conditioning that I've been talking about. Let's go a little further and see how this is pertinent to all this, especially considering education, courthouse, and all the stuff that's going on the energetic field right now. Maybe they, ooh, gosh, you know what? Suddenly I just had the movie The Man in the Iron Mask come to mind. If you don't know that movie or that book, go and look it up after this. It's like this whole thing where it's a lot to explain, but if you go and look it up, I promise you it'll click, okay? Then we have clock. And that's need time, takes time, end time, cycles. Time to heal, progress. So it's like this outdated thinking, this conditioning, and replaying stuff over in your head, or maybe this is something that had happened on an existential level that is being worked out on the energetic field. Maybe it has to do with that inversion aspect that I've been bringing up. These things take time, and we're making progress because we're starting to break cycles on regarding these things, like stepping into our authentic energy, balancing the masculine and feminine, instead of seeing men who embrace their feminine aspect in a healthy way, trying to label them as homosexual or effeminate, when it's just very basic. Like, men are allowed to fucking feel, okay, and just like women are allowed to be funny and smart and strong and powerful too. So it could be, you know, correlating to that. We'll narrow it down. 22:35. Hello. We have mirror. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. So mirroring each other, self-image, relationships reflect our wounds, introspection. This is interesting because remember, it may be that there might be a slight identity crisis inside some of the collective because of their masculine and feminine aspects. Like, think of it, if you have a guy and a girl standing in front of each other, but both of them are holding a mirror. So the guy sees himself and the woman is seeing herself. But the person holding the mirror is like playing puppet with that reflection, right? You see how it could like cause some kind of confusion if that person that's looking into the mirror thinks that reflection of themselves, and that person kind of holding that, mistaking that person holding it for them, their personality, their character, whatever. Oh my God. Shit. I don't know if I should speak on this. I need my coin. Oh my God, that's really fucking personal. I don't know. Hold on. Universe. Should I just spill it? It says yes. I had a feeling. Source is feminine. Source is feminine. Source is feminine. So you can imagine, like, so many source is feminine, and the way like certain religions have like totally fucking females, feminine energy, bastardizing it, calling it filthy and dirty and responsible. The whole reason that everybody supposedly fell into sin. How fucked up is that, man? Oh my gosh. And with how patient Source has been anyway. Because of love. It was betrayed like that by its first love. Source fell in love with an aspect of itself and wanted to create it and put it out to experience. Because, oh my gosh. I hadn't wanted to attach a specific polarity to Source until Source was ready to reveal it to me. This makes sense. Oh, Source. Thank you for being so open and vulnerable with us. Then we have the coffin card, and it says endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, transition. So I guess what really matters is the original parties involved have been like working it out. That's two. Yeah, I kind of figured. Okay, we'll keep that because this makes sense. So stabbed in the back. So endings bringing new beginnings, growing and changing from what was, from this heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, and shocking attack. And then we have paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. It kind of makes sense because this dude here thinking about this woman, and then the false person card coming up. Remember how I was talking about the masculine and feminine aspects in ourselves are like representative of like mom and dad, right? And if they were having this battle internally, and we are reflections of these energies, and they're supposed to be raising us up, you can imagine how it would be if they're like and like holy smack, and then especially like the forward mind trying to impose upon the subconscious and the information it provides, because in a vessel, you know, like Source trying to speak through, and it speaks to the subconscious, and the forward mind is like, no, I'm going to put my name on this Source energy because I want to be uplifted. And guys, please forgive me for the words that, if anything I say triggers you, it is nothing personal. I am directly channeling, so please. But this whole thing, and like the way that he, on the thoughts card, the way that he's like, he's starting to think like maybe she was on to something. Maybe I should have listened. Maybe if I would have seen how me masquerading, like she's been behind this veil, but I've also been masking myself too, because I'm pretending to glorify myself, and it's not true. I'm glorified in the way that I'm able to translate in ways that make sense the information she provides to me. And I've kind of like cut my nose off to spite my fucking face in trying to get all this glory for myself, because now I've been disconnected from her, and then I wonder why everything's going to shit around me and my perception and everything that witness firsthand in whether or not your vehicle is masculine or
Hey,
feminine.
Mommy, I want to tell you something.
What, baby?
Go downstairs and wait. So I want to tell you something. It will do meow meow meow.
It's a what?
You want to come downstairs and see?
Yeah, give me just a second. I'm wrapping this up, and then I'll come down.
It will do meow meow meow.
I love your little dance.
It's like when the cow does this, like meow meow meow.
I see. You're so precious. Thank you for sharing that with me.
And it's bald.
It's bald.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'm so eager to see
There's
that.
another cat named Bald, but I'm using a filter so I can do meow meow meow.
Alright, hang on guys, because I gotta go check this out. If she's this excited about it, it's bound to be good. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. It was so worth it. This little thing on YouTube Shorts was this little bald cat, and it has like this animated bald cat, and it's like meow 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 meow, and it turns and hisses, and it's funny. Also got me a butterscotch. I love butterscotch candy. Anyway, woo, right? The Phoenix. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. That is badass. Wow. Wow. Ha, and then you take wow and you flip it upside down and it's mom. Yeah. Anyway. Heyoka tactics. It's always fuckery everywhere. Anyway, I did take notes. I wanted to mention. So the keywords and whatever. The numbers for today. 353, 1813, 117, 8443, 127, and 1211. Signs that get an honorable mention for whatever reason. Either these are your signs or the signs of someone close to you, or there's certain aspects and placements in your chart. Apply them as you see fit, okay? Taurus, Leo, Virgo, and Cancer. We've got the certain words. The 300 and Sparta. Lightning, Wolf, Temple. Okay. I was like, what the fuck did I write? Anyway. And then I'm just going to pull 2 of my handmade oracle, like, card things. Just before I call this one, because I think it's a good place to leave off on this one, honestly. I didn't expect it was going to like that. Oh my god. Alright. What do you want to tell the collective to take away from this smackdown of information, bro? I know a lot of us had a feeling. Or maybe that's why universe is like, I don't know if I can say it. Woo! Hello. Okay. We've got tribute to House, an heiress who embodies gold, platinum, diamonds, and emeralds. You can look up those metals and the stones and see how they correlate. Maybe some of these might be your birthstones or whatever. Platinum is a mixture, by the way, of gold and silver. So there's that. And we were talking about like the whole house thing. You know? No wonder the OG squad's getting back together again. I think it's beautiful. I think all this is beautiful. So collective. Time to learn. Sit down, shut up, and pay attention. Not me. Said it. Universe said shit. Oh, hello. Oh, it's a labor of love. Love can create or destroy. Discern wisely. Stay true to all you love. Amorites. I'm gonna put one more. Just want one more. Maybe 2 and 4 or multiples of 2 are going to be meaningful for you today or at some point or mean something to you. Follow the codes as you see fit. Whoa. Okay. Calm the fuck down. Sorry, my deck had a tantrum. Totally wasn't the way I was choosing to handle the cards, by the way. I see you.
No, you don't.
Now I hear you. Alright. Find the radical idea. Pondering. So, we've all been pondering and all this other stuff when it's been an existential thing in the back of all of our minds since the beginning of what we could perceive to be a beginning. Like, it's... So now that we've got that out of the way, let's find the next bit of information and we can move on from there, because the universe decided to spill the beans on that. Thank you, universe, and we still love you, and we had a feeling. So there's that. And a lot of you, if you do have a problem with it, this. You know damn good and well that you could handle this better if you had the mind to. The forward mind to handle that feminine aspect. You know? Anyway, so there's that. It does kind of, it makes sense. But anyway, I'm going to call it there, guys. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment. Let me know some of the things y'all are wanting, like specific questions you want answered or whatever. Just be nice, be respectful. All that good jazz. Happy reaping, guys. I love you.